Hello, welcome back to another Time Capsule Collectible Corner. I'm your host Jason, and today I have another collectible to show you guys. Maybe you'd be interested in getting it, or maybe you want to know more about it. This one is actually something I surprised my wife with. Her and I both grew up in the 80s, and 90s. Her mostly the 90s, me mostly the 80s. Because I was born in 79, she was born in 87. But this movie, Gremlins, came out in 1984. And, Gizmo is still popular today. I believe they're going to probably make a remake of Gremlins because they have that Mountain Dew commercial out there where he gets wet. And there's a new one that's in the commercial. But anyways, this one is from Neca. It is a 6-inch plush, however, it's also kind of animatronic. It has a little action feature to it. We've already opened it out of the box, but I'll tell you what's on the box. There's not too much. It's kind of basic, something you'd find in the 80s, almost like a Pound Puppy box or something like that. But, on the side it says it's fragile. It says NECA. It's a wood crate with, nails in it. The back, just has a simple picture describing it. It says, remember the rules, avoid bright lights, don't feed them after midnight, don't ever get them wet, and collect them all. That's the rules. So that collect them all thing, obviously they added that. Both sides say fragile, and then it says Dancing Gizmo Plush Doll. I have a hard time saying that. I always say it weird, but it says with sound, and there's a little water drop there. But he's already unsafety strapped, and it says the same thing. Remember the rules there in blue on the box, and that's all there is to it besides in there. But he kind of leans to one side always. It kind of also matters if you turn him off at a certain point, what he does. He's pretty squishy. His hands are hard. You can see the little painted nails. His ears are hard. His little mouth and around his eyes, obviously, his eyelids are hard. And then he's squishy, but he has something in him. And then this is, how you control him. So you put your batteries down here, and then you turn him on, and there is no push thing once you turn him on. He just keeps on going every time he senses movement. So we'll get him going and we'll have him do his little thing. That's right off the movie. And he kind of favors the one side. My wife's hard to wake up. And you see every time I pick him up, he'll restart. Sometimes she's kind of hard to wake up. So what I do is I will use Gizmo as kind of an alarm clock, and then she'll kind of be saying in her sleep, then finally wake up. So he comes in handy. We have him sit in our dresser. Obviously, you can't really sleep with him because they do have a version that doesn't have electronics in them, but his ears are still hard. His ears and hands and feet. So it still wouldn't be comfortable to sleep with him like a stuffed animal or a body pillow. If you use Gizmo as a body pillow, I guess. But yeah, he's kind of cute to be on the shelf. He looks, from far away, he looks fairly real. But, if you get up close, you can tell that his mouth's painted on. His eyes are pretty good. There are some better versions of Gizmo out there. They're higher end, but I think this one, for the price, is $20 or $25 at Walmart. I did it where I picked it up. I just paid the money and I picked it up, and she was out in the car and I had him deliver it to the car, and she's like, well, what'd you get me? And then there it was. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Gizmo. Let me know if you grew up in the 80s and saw Gizmo, or maybe you're retro at heart and you were born in the 2000s or whatever, or the late 90s, and you like things 80s and you like Gizmo. Let me know what you think. And until next time, have a good night and take care.